We're back in America now, and physically we're in the US, but I think mentally we're still kind of in Ireland, because every day we edit videos, we relive the memories we just had in the amazing country of Ireland, and we read your guys' comments suggesting stuff or talking about the country. So today we're doing 10 things that we miss about Ireland now that we're back home. You want to get it started off here?
So the first thing we miss is the walkability. Obviously you can walk anywhere, but America is not walking cities. It doesn't look anything like Ireland. It's hard to just walk anywhere you want. Everything's far. You definitely need to have a car here.
I actually just looked up on the maps. This is probably like a 10-minute drive from where we're staying, and I looked it up on the maps and it was a 2-hour walk to get to this park from where we're at. Another thing is too, yes, our main cities you can walk in, like we're outside of San Diego right now, but it's just not that nice. You can't walk in the suburbs really though. It's very spread out. Well, there you go guys, the walking here outside of San Diego. So as you can see, it's not super walkable. You can walk on the sidewalk, but it took us 7 minutes just to get to this area from where we're staying. If we wanted to go to 7-Eleven, it'd be like another 20 something minutes.
And the closest grocery store is probably like an hour walk.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Hour walk, like a 5-10 minute drive. That brings us to the second point, and this is in no particular order. The kindness of the locals in Ireland. Everybody that we met and talked to was very nice, very helpful, accommodating, from hotel workers to just locals out and about. We met some people at pubs. Everybody was super nice. And that's not to say there's not nice people in the US, there definitely are, but it definitely felt like everybody was just really nice. Like I feel like your guys' worst customer service is like our medium customer service.
The next one is social cohesion. Just the way everybody seems like they're all a part of the same culture, like a big family almost.
In the States, it's such a huge country here that even states themselves are so different. There's just so many different cultures here that you feel lost at times because you don't know who you really fit in with. And when you're in Ireland, it just feels like everybody has like this one distinct cultural identity, which is really nice, and everybody feels like a big family, which is why I think you guys are so kind over there. You guys seem very mindful of everybody. I mean, just before we set this camera up, we have people blasting music. Perfect example. How did that guy know that was our favorite song? Every time we come to this park, it's like 50-50 on whether or not we're gonna hear somebody like with a Bluetooth speaker blasting music way too loud. Today it's pretty quiet, so we're the most annoying ones with this camera, but people aren't really mindful here, unfortunately.
I was also gonna say I used to work at a store, and it was a pretty small store, but there was this one specific time this lady came in and she had 2 kids and a baby, like 2 toddlers and a baby, but the 2 toddlers could walk and the baby was in a stroller, and she left the stroller by the door and went to like the back of the store and was looking like at hair dye, and the kids were just running around screaming and she wasn't saying anything. That's when it's like you should be mindful of me, and there was other customers in there. So then it's like I feel a little weird saying something because they're not my kids, although your kids shouldn't be running around like that. And it's not like they're being playful, like nice. They were screaming and being very disruptive. There has been many people like that have come into the store that I used to work at that did that. Multiple people, the same exact thing, where they let their kids run around, they don't say anything, they're screaming.
That's a good point. It's very individualistic here, which is nice sometimes, but it's also bad in the ways we're talking about right now. The next one is the historical and cultural significance of the buildings. So again, in the US, of course, especially on the more East Coast, you have very old buildings, very culturally significant buildings, but as you get more west, you start getting these box type buildings that were basically just built for profit. So really they have no meaning behind them besides what's the cheapest material we can use to build this building and how fast can we make it. In Ireland though, it's insane to us that there's buildings older than our own country.
Even seeing the castles, like we don't have any of that here unless you go to Disneyland.
I have a point to make on that too. Our first trip over to Ireland, we walked past a church, and I mentioned this in the Cork video, but for anybody that hasn't seen that, I called the church a cathedral because I didn't know that there was an actual difference between church and cathedral. I thought basically the only difference was a really nice church. Sorry for my ignorance, but I thought that's what the difference was. Everybody corrected me saying, no, it has to hold the bishop there. But the reason I bring that up is because that church looks so nice. Like just a church there in Irishtown area or wherever that was looked really nice. Whereas here in the States, you get these like box churches like I brought up earlier, where it literally is just for profit. It's these like non-denominational churches that are just a big box. I mean, we have one outside of where we're staying. It's literally just a huge box. It doesn't feel like there's any significance behind it. I really enjoyed that when we went to different churches and cathedrals there, just looking at them, that it felt like, you know, people actually took some time to make that.
Yeah. With that being said, the next one is the sights. So there's a lot of beautiful things in Ireland. Everything's green. All the farm animals that you see, all the like Howth that we went to, Cliffs and Moher, Cove. Those are all really beautiful. And of course, yeah, if you go to like California or Florida or like anywhere that has the ocean, we have like beautiful views with the ocean, but we don't have anything like, there's an ant on me. I've never seen like anything like Cliffs and Moher in the United States. I'm sure maybe somewhere there's something like that.
Maybe like in Maine or something.
But I've never seen anything like that, so that's really cool to see.
To build on Lauren's point, of course there's places in the US that have incredible sites that are on par with stuff we saw in Ireland, but if you're in like Nebraska or Kansas, good luck getting out there. I mean, you have to plan a whole trip vacation to get over to California or Florida or New York. So your guys' country, you can just go to Cliffs of Moher in a weekend or a day, really.
I will say it's kind of sad driving on the road here and it looks so plain. Like I've seen TikToks where they're like, how do I go from this? And it's like showing Europe to this. And it's our roads and it looks so boring.
That brings us to the next one, the healthiness of the food and drinks. I remember being really surprised at having a Pepsi Max, and it tasted just as good, if not better, than our sodas, and it had way less stuff. Your guys' food makes us feel satiated, but without feeling like our stomach has a bowling ball in it.
The Dr. Pepper there is so good, and it does not make me feel bloated and gross, again, because it doesn't have corn syrup. I think it's only like 3 or 4 ingredients. Even some of the chips there, all it was vegetable oil and potatoes, which is kind of crazy looking at our ingredients.
It's like a paragraph.
We could put in a clip of a bag of chips that we have.
Yeah, you have to freeze the frame to read them all the ingredients. Also, we got a lot of people commenting, telling us like, be careful with what you're eating, like you're eating too many chicken rolls and blah, blah. Like, trust me guys, if anything, even if we ate bad over there, it'd probably still be eating healthier than over here.
The next one is electric kettles and the tea. Of course, we have kettles over here. It's not very common for people to have one. My parents had one growing up, but I don't ever remember using it. I remember like one time hearing it go off. It was one of the stove ones. My
family didn't even have one. Of course, we had coffee makers, but no kettles.
Every hotel that we stayed at had a kettle. I want to buy an electric kettle now because I love tea. I don't like coffee, so I was drinking all the tea over there.
I am a coffee guy, and I'm still a huge coffee guy, but it really did make me appreciate tea being over there, because I think just kind of the weather and it being cold every day and me feeling like I had a little bit of a cold sickness, tea just felt way better than coffee. So I definitely understand the tea hype now. Maybe some of you guys won't agree with this, but we have a reason for it. The train. And I will say, I'm not talking about the passengers per se. Okay, we definitely had some annoying passengers, as you guys saw if you were watching the series. But just the fact that you can get around the country for what we think is a cheap price is pretty insane. I mean, we're paying like, you know, it'd be like a 20-minute train ride for €5, a longer like 2-hour train ride for €20 or something per person, maybe even 15. Here in the US, like, you might as well just fly. The train is so bad.
If you try to take a train, even if we take the train to LA, which is 2 hours away, what would it be? Because we're in San Diego right now.
I'll show it on screen because I don't know off the top of my head right now, but it's not great. You might as well drive. I mean, really here the train is, you're paying for the ability to say you went on a train in the US. And as some commenters realize, yeah, it's not great. Like, it is a huge difference when you come to the US and you realize like the train is not built for ease of access. It seems like it's pretty much almost like a royalty thing. It's so much. The Amtrak, not great pricing at all. Lauren's gonna read this next one. It might be a little controversial, but there is a caveat, okay? So
the next one is the weather. So for us, actually right now, since we're in San Diego, it's not that bad. It says it's 91, but it does not feel like 91. It feels pretty decent.
Like in the 80s. It still feels hot though, and I'm sweating a little bit.
Yeah, but in Arizona, where we live, it's in the hundreds every day right now. So it sucks. We don't go outside. There's nothing to do. In Ireland, you guys were saying it was pretty hot. To us, it wasn't really hot. When we're like walking a lot, it was hot, like if we're wearing a jacket. But when we went in May, it was actually pretty cold for us, especially at Cliffs of Moher. I do miss it being like not crazy hot, but I would get tired of it being cold all the time.
The reason I said there's a caveat is because it depends obviously on the season. You guys pretty much have the same weather year round. It does fluctuate a little bit, but you know, there's places in America where it's really nice certain parts of the year, but as Lauren stated, in the summer your guys' weather is a lot better than most places here. I mean, most states in the US, the summers are just horrible. It's super humid. All of the South, it feels like a swamp. Arizona feels like an oven. Texas feels like a sauna. Even once you get out of like the coastal part of California, it just starts feeling crappy, like a desert as well, like Bakersfield, and even out here in the kind of eastern suburbs of San Diego, it starts getting pretty hot. So right now, your guys' weather is a lot better. Of course, if we lived there, we'd probably get a little tired of the rain though.
Yeah.
And the grayness.
I do like seeing rain, but if it was every day, I don't know. When we first went over there on the last trip, it said it was going to be raining every day, and I was like, how are we supposed to be doing anything? Because if it's raining every day and we have a camera and we're trying to walk around, if it was sprinkling, it was fine. There were some days where we were walking and it was sprinkling, but I thought it meant like full-on rain. But
yeah, that's a great point. Is rain varies depending on where you're at in the world. So a lot of times in Texas or Arizona, when it says rain, it's like insane downpour. I mean, Texas has really bad hurricanes, so I was worried about that. But then we have the type of rain there where it kind of just feels like someone's spitting on you, which is not pleasant, but it's not terrible. Okay, last up, we had to, of course, include this Guinness and Stouts.
Anyone that's close to me knows I don't really like to drink, but I will drink, obviously, like if we're with friends and just celebrating something. But I was drinking tons of Guinness over there because I like Guinness a lot. I don't know what it is, I just like them a lot. They're good, and I miss them. Obviously, we have them here, but I've never tried to get them from a bar here. I feel like it's not gonna be that great. We did get them in Tennessee at an Irish pub, and they actually, from what I remember, they weren't that bad. But that was before we ever went to Ireland.
Yeah, and that not only Guinness, but Murphy's, Beamish, I loved them all. And it honestly affected our taste buds so much, I think, just having stouts all the time, because we really loved the stouts. And then we came back to the States, and I got Rolling Rock, which, you know, this isn't like a great beer or anything. It's like this cheaply made brewed beer in Pennsylvania, and I remember really liking it before we had gone over and drank and had all those stouts. But I came back, and I never got when people would say that tastes like piss water, that tastes like water when they're talking about beer. I was always like, man, they're just being kind of annoying. But now I get it. I think my taste buds acclimated so much to the flavor of the stouts and like the, I don't know what you say, like the thickness of it or just the flavor profile, that I came back, had the Rolling Rock, and it tasted bad. And you said the same thing, right?
I had to try it, and it tasted weird. I've never tasted beer like that. I don't know if it was a bad batch and it tasted off, or if it tasted off because we've been drinking Guinness and other stouts. But it tasted really, really weird, like funky.
Yeah, and it just tasted like watery. I mean, it's not a light beer, but it is light-ish in ABV. It's like 4.4%, so maybe that plays an effect. I don't know. I was sitting there wishing I would have just bought Guinness at the store. I know it wouldn't have been the same thing because it's shipped to America in a can or whatever, and it's always best when you get it at a bar in Ireland, obviously. But I was like, damn, I should have gone with Guinness or something, like a stout, because it was bad.
We gotta have my dad try one to see if it's us or if it's the beer.
All right, quick update. I'm editing the video right now. I'm having what I think is called a Sapporo, and same effect. It just tastes kind of light. This one says it's 4.9, so I don't think it's the ABV. And actually, Lauren just had her parents try the Rolling Rock, and they said it tasted fine. So I think we did somehow get used to just that stout flavor from having stouts all day, or not all day, but having stouts every other day, or every day we did drink in Ireland. So that sucks. Now all the beer tastes weird. We gotta redo our palate and get used to the non-stout beers again. Back to the video. Once I had a few, it tasted better, but I was thinking maybe that's just because I'm already tipsy.
It tasted really weird. I've never had a beer like that. And I was drinking Heineken too in Ireland, so I was drinking both, so I don't know why it tasted so weird.
Someone did say on a Reddit post, a subreddit, that Rolling Rock's a poor man's Heineken. And I think that's kind of why I like it, because I can get a 12 pack for $8, and it does taste a little bit like Heineken. But I remember really liking it. I don't know, I'm hoping it was just a bad batch, because if you guys had us try Murphy's and Beamishes and now we can't get used to our own beer here in America, I'm gonna be super mad.
Dude, the foam on top of Guinness is so good.
Dude, yeah, the first sip, I think that's probably got to be our favorite first sip of any beer. Just that first foamy head of a Guinness, like when you get it poured for you, it's like you're putting in work. You order it at the bar and then you have to wait for it to settle.
We're gonna hang out with some friends on Tuesday, and we're gonna go to a bar, and I'm gonna order a Guinness to see if it tastes good or not, and I'm gonna tell you guys.
Yep, we got to do that.
I'll be honest, if they even have, I'm assuming they would have it there. I don't know.
Well, that's that, guys. We hope you enjoyed the video, things we missed. Obviously, we're still reminiscing on all the memories we made there on this second trip. We'd of course love to go back, but if we do get the chance to go back to Europe, we'd obviously like to go more in mainland Europe to actually see more of Europe this time, because Ireland's kind of a thing on its own. It's over there as an island. Let us know what you'd like to see. We think we're going to be reacting to some more European style content to kind of keep it in. We've been reacting a lot to Ireland and Europe, so I think we're going to react to Europeans reacting to our country, see what they think about us.
Yep.
Probably going to be a lot of trash talk, because that seems to be the running theme with Europeans. They really love to trash talk America, so we'll see if we have any rebuttals or if they're making good sense. But if you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, share it around if you liked it and you're like, oh, these people are pretty cool actually, so share it with your European friends or Irish friends.
And we want to say thank you to all of our members, our new members, and the ones that have been with us for a few months.
Holding it down. Thank you guys all so much. Every day we really love reading your guys' comments, and everybody on YouTube's super nice for the most part. We get like one or two maybe that aren't that nice, but everybody else really cool, really fun to read. We're glad you guys enjoy the content, because we enjoy making it, and it's been really awesome doing all this. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.